Welcome back, everybody. Well, it is a tragedy Chattanooga's mayor calls a nightmare. A gunman opens fire on military personnel, killing 4 people.
That gunman is now dead, but the community remains shaken. Karen Caifa is in Chattanooga this morning with the latest.
Today, our hearts are breaking in this city from what happened.
Chattanooga's mayor expressing his city's grief over Thursday's rampage. 4 Marines were killed and at least 3 other people were wounded when a gunman opened fire. Sources tell us he was armed with an AK-47 type rifle and enough ammunition to keep police at bay. The wounded include a sailor and a police officer.
He's doing as well as can be expected after being shot by a brazen criminal like this.
His target was a military recruitment office, then a Navy operational support center, both hit within 30 minutes. Police caught up to and killed the 24-year-old shooter, Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz. Law enforcement officials say he was born in Kuwait and had Jordanian citizenship, but was a naturalized U.S. citizen. A friend says he had recently traveled to the Middle East, but a U.S. official says he was not in any of the U.S. databases of suspected terrorists.
We are checking every possible place that he could reside or could have resided, visited, where he's shopped, where he went to school, who his friends were, if he worked out at a gym, every possible lead.
Those who knew him are in shock that the man they describe as a nice guy could be a killer.
When they actually showed a picture on the news, I looked at the phone and my eyes were just like, wow, I can't believe this.
And that was Karen Caifa reporting for us this morning. We, of course, will have the latest developments coming up on the Today Show here on News 4 and also on Mornings on Fox 11.
Well, after more than 2 months of testimony, a Colorado jury has returned a guilty verdict, murder in the first degree, for theater shooter James Holmes. Jurors reached their decision after deliberating the 165 charges in less than 2 full days, about 13 hours to be exact. Holmes stood at the defense table with his public defenders by his side as the judge read the verdict on each of the charges. Holmes pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity for the mass shooting that killed 12 people and injured dozens nearly 3 years ago. The trial will now enter the sentencing phase to determine whether Holmes will be imprisoned for life or sentenced to death.
Officials in Colombia are planning to unearth what is being called the largest urban mass grave in the world. A team of 30 government officials will spend 5 months searching a slum area of Colombia's second largest city, Medellin. Eyewitness statements of several now jailed say that the bodies of around 300 people were dumped in a landfill west of the city beginning in 2002.
Well, it has been exactly 1 year since Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 was shot down over eastern Ukraine, and people across the world are gathering to remember the victims today. Events are planned in Australia, Ukraine, the Netherlands, and Russia. All 298 people on board MH17, mostly Dutch citizens, were killed. A final report on the crash is expected in October.
People in Athens, Greece are lining up at banks today to withdraw money the morning after the country won vital pledges of support from bailout lenders needed to keep its economy from collapsing. The government promised to reopen banks on Monday, helped by higher cash reserves from European Central Bank, but officials say that the painful austerity measures demanded in return are likely to force an election within months. The European Central Bank announced it was increasing emergency credit to Greek banks, adding another $980 million in support.
Well, the neurosurgeon taking care of former President George W. Bush says he's in great spirits and is expected to make a full recovery after a fall. President Bush is being treated at Maine Medical Center in Portland. He fell in his home Wednesday and fractured a bone in his neck. President Bush is 91 years old and suffers from a form of Parkinson's disease. The neurosurgeon said the elder Bush will stay at the hospital to be fitted with a neck brace and also have therapy.